Welcome to The Pen with Mark Greenspan, the show where we talk about how businesses really move money. Now, if you're a business owner still cutting paper checks, this episode is for you. We're talking about e-checks, digital checks, and why more and more businesses are moving away from stacks of paper towards a faster and more modern process. When I say e-check, I mean a check that you can send and receive completely online. No paper, no envelopes, no stamps, but it still settles through the banking system just like a normal check would. Over the next few minutes, I'll walk through why e-checks are often faster, less expensive, safer, and more on-brand than traditional checks, and where they make sense in your business. Now, let's start with where a lot of businesses are today, paper checks. In a typical office, somebody prints a check, gets it signed, stuffs it into an envelope, stamps it, and drops it in the mail. Then everybody waits. Now you're paying for the check stock, ink, envelopes, postage, and the staff time to print, sign, stuff, and reconcile. You also deal with lost, stolen, or delayed checks. Now, on the receiving side, vendors or contractors wait for days for the check, then still have to deposit it and wait for the funds to clear. It's slow, manual, and more expensive than most people realize. Now, what changes with e-checks? Functionally, an e-check is the same as a paper check. It's just delivered digitally and cleared through a modern imaging system instead of physically traveling through the mail. Banks are comfortable clearing checks based on images and data these days, which is why mobile deposit works and why e-checks and home printed items are accepted every day. To you, that means less friction and more control. From a business owner standpoint, here are the benefits. First, speed. With paper, the checks in the mail can mean days or weeks. With e-checks, the payment is basically in the recipient's inbox in seconds. If there's a mistake, you can adjust in the system and resend, no voiding, reprinting, and remailing. Secondly, cost. Paper checks carry hidden costs: printing, supplies, postage, and staff time. With e-checks, a lot of that was replaced by simple per transaction fee and far less manual work. For businesses that send hundreds or thousands of checks a month, the savings can add up quickly. Postal savings alone are significant. Third, security. A paper check is your routing and account number on a small piece of paper taking a trip through the mail. E-checks typically move over encrypted channels, behind logins, with audit trails showing who sent what, to whom, and when. A good way to think about it is this. A paper check is a postcard with your bank information on it. An e-check is more like a locked digital envelope. Fourth, convenience, flexibility, and delivery. You can send e-checks from anywhere on your schedule, in batches with detailed remittance information and attachments such as invoices or statements bundled along with the payment notice. On the recipient side, they have options. They can print the e-check and deposit just like a normal check. They can use mobile deposit through their banking app. In some cases, have it converted into an ACH and deposited directly into their account. On the email side, many platforms use professional email delivery services like SendGrid to improve deliverability and reduce the chances that the payment emails ends up in spam. That helps ensure people actually see their payment. Fifth, white label branding. Some e-check solutions let you fully white label the experience. Your logo, your colors, your from email address, your links, phone numbers, and terms and conditions. To the recipient, it feels like a direct, familiar communication for your business, not a random third party. Now, you may ask, where do e-checks tend to work well? They're especially attractive if you make a lot of B2C payments, and you send refunds, rebates, commissions, or claim payments, or you're a high-volume check writer, such as HOA, a nonprofit, a school, or a very busy accounts payable department. In these cases, keep your familiar check concept, but gain the speed, automation, branding, and flexibility of a digital workflow. A couple of questions I hear a lot. Are e-checks safe? Well, handled by reputable providers, e-checks use bank-level security and avoid some of the risks of mailing paper. In many cases, you could also require the payee to enter a password or SMS code. Now you may wonder, will my bank accept them? From the bank's perspective, there's still check payments moving over standard rails. The difference is how they're created and delivered. Getting started usually looks like this. Evaluate a platform, connect a bank account, test a small number of payments with friendly vendors or internal accounts, then roll it out more broadly if it fits. Now, you don't have to switch everything overnight. Many businesses run e-checks alongside paper checks during the transition. Now, to recap, compared to traditional paper checks, e-checks are often faster to deliver and reconcile, less expensive when you factor in supplies, staff time, and postage, more secure and auditable, more flexible for recipients with multiple deposit options and attached documentation, and they can be fully branded to match your business. If your company is still heavily relying on paper checks, it may be worth exploring e-checks as a way to streamline how the money moves through your business. Thanks for listening to The Pen with Mark Greenspan. If you know another business owner who still says the check's in the mail, share this episode with him and I'll see you next time.